Allie. Join me as I show you how to make this polychrome pendant, whether or not you make it in beautiful greens and purples or in nice sunset colors. This pattern is going to use some GemDuo beads. If you need any supplies, go ahead and look below the video. In the video description, we always put links there for you to get back to the website and the full listing of everything you need to create. Gather up your supplies and let's get started. So for this pendant, we are going to be using some of the GemDuo beads here, which are the 2-hole diamond shaped beads. They do have a top and a bottom. We're going to start with the inside, and we're using also RoundDuos to create a really simple, easy bezel with an 18mm Rivoli. I have the 11O seed beads here, 4mm rounds, which I'm actually going to use the same color, my GemDuos and my RoundDuos. I'm going to flip the project over, and we are going to start with our interior. The interior, we are going to pick up a GemDuo, an 11, and then we're going to pick up our next GemDuo. When you're picking up the GemDuos, and I have about 4 feet of dragon thread in my green size 8, I'm going to make sure that I'm picking up the GemDuos here with my size 10 needle so that they're facing the same direction. So I'm always picking them up right now where it is at the top, and the little bump is to the top, and the bottom is flat. So I'm picking them up with the upper hole there. I've got my 4 on, my 5, and my 6. And I'm going to make sure after those GemDuos that I also add an 11O. And we're going to tie this into a loop, taking it down to the bottom of the thread. And the reason I'm tying a loop here is because it is the back of the project, so I don't need to worry about seeing the knot. Nice tight tie there. Now I know that I ended with the 11O seed bead, so I'm going to take my needle and thread through the next GemDuo. And you can use diamond duos for this as well. And I'm going to step up from the bottom hole to the top hole. Now we're going to go a rotation around where we put 11O and we put our RoundDuos. You always want to make sure when you're working with multi-hole beads that both holes are open. So when you're looking at it here, you want to make sure that hole number 1 and hole number 2 are open. 11 RoundDuo 11 and into the next GemDuo. 11 RoundDuo 11 into the next GemDuo. So you're going to go the whole way around the circle here, adding in that RoundDuo between each of your GemDuos. Want to learn how to become a jewelry making expert? With PotomacBeads jewelry making kits, you can create unique and customized bracelets, earrings, necklaces, and pendants. Every kit uses only premium materials and is hand-packed in the USA. Whether you're new or you've been crafting for years, these kits provide an immersive experience allowing you to create beautiful projects with ease. Visit PotomacBeads.com/kits today or click on the link in the description below. Once you're done adding your last RoundDuo bead here, I want you to go through the GemDuo, and then I want you to go through the 11 and out your RoundDuo bead. You're going to reverse the thread through the RoundDuo bead so that it's going from the first hole to the second hole, just like we did along the GemDuo. This size 8 dragon thread, you're really not going to see much as you're working with it. From here, we're going to go around, adding in another set of our GemDuos. When we pick up these GemDuos, I'm going to flip it because I like to sew away from me. These are flat. That's actually going to be the back of the project. This row 2 that we add is also going to be flat. So I'm going to pick up flat side up basically. Oops, there we go. And we're going to have them face in the same direction. And we are going to add an 11, a GemDuo, 11 GemDuo, and sew into the next RoundDuo second hole. So see how those are facing down? You could have them facing up, but you just want to make sure your GemDuos are facing the same direction. This is actually going to be the back, but then these get folded in towards the front. So they're going to face one another. So if I'm going here, I just want to make sure as I'm picking up the GemDuos that I'm picking them up through the correct hole, facing in the correct direction, and then go into the next RoundDuo. Again, the flat side should be where the flat side is. The puffed up side should be where the puffed up side is. Go ahead and continue adding in 2 of your GemDuos with 11Os before and after each, connecting your second hole of your RoundDuo bead. After you go around and add in all of your GemDuos, I want you to go back through the first 11 GemDuo, 11 GemDuo, And then we're going to reverse the thread. We go from the bottom hole to the top hole of the GemDuo, just like we did on the original GemDuo and the RoundDuo. I'm holding the pendant here, or piece, so that it is face down and it has the flat side facing up. We're going to end up putting our 18mm Rivoli in there. And as we go around and connect the second hole of the GemDuo beads, we're going to add 2 beads between the GemDuos. And then we're going to add 1 bead right over top of the RoundDuos. In it goes, and that's going to pull towards the center. 2 beads get added between the GemDuos, and then 1 bead gets added when we connect to the next set of 2 GemDuos. That's again going to pull that in towards the interior, 2 into the next one. And as we get the whole way around, I'm not going to pull tight until I'm done, because I need to plop that 18mm Rivoli in. If I don't put the 18mm Rivoli in and pull tight, then we're not going to be able to get our crystal in the middle. So we're going around 2 between and 1 between our sets. All the way around here, 2 between, 1 between our sets. 2 here. And if you're using the Diamond Duo beads versus the GemDuos, they are a little bit bigger, so you may be able to skip one of the seed beads. I'm going to go in then back through the beads that I started with. I'm going to plop in my 18mm Rivoli, and then I'm going to give a nice tight pull to get that to stay into place. We're going to go the whole way around the interior now of the loop, going through our beads, pulling nice and tight and kind of pushing your Rivoli down towards the center. I'm going to take that whole row here and go through, and that's going to reinforce that thread. And we're going to get a center line if you want. You don't need to do a center line, but if you want to do a center line, you can go through just the 11 O's and get that center line started. After going around this center one more time, we're going to go from the round, or from the interior of the GemDuo to the exterior hole, also through an 11 O seed bead, giving a nice tight pull on your thread to kind of lock that in place. You're going to go through the first hole of your RoundDuo bead, bring your thread out. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to add another RoundDuo, an 11 O RoundDuo 11 O, and we're going to catch to that front hole of your bead. So 11 RoundDuo 11, coming out through that top hole of the RoundDuo, going to sew right through to the next one. That pops a RoundDuo on the outer edge there, and then we're going to connect it with some crystals. 11 RoundDuo 11, and once again into that top hole. We're going the whole way around doing this 6 times, since that is our count that we started out with. If you want to do this with a smaller or a bigger crystal, obviously you can change counts. That's what's going to be needed for that. If anyone does, make sure to share in our Facebook group for beading and jewelry making any modifications that you made to this if you end up doing this project. It's really nice to see those modifications listed, and that way other people try it out and we grow together as a community and really help each other out in the design process. Here is that round trio going in, 4 down, 2 more to go. RoundDuo in, keep saying trio, RoundDuo. In the next one. And then for the outer edge of this pendant, you really can do whatever you want. It doesn't have to be the 4mm crystal rounds. You can add a tubelet in, you can add some bicones in. It's really kind of up to you what you want it to look like. Coming back through this first one then, I will go back through that first 11 O. I will go back through the first hole of the RoundDuo that we added. Step up to the second hole of that RoundDuo bead. And now we're going to go around the exterior and add in our 4mm crystals and our 11 O seed beads. So for the sample piece here, and like we're going to do, it's just 11, 4, 11. So it's really not complicated. 11, 4, 11. Same pattern as the GemDuos when we added those in the groups of 2. And then on to the next RoundDuo bead. Pop in a little bit more of that darker purple and that green that we have in there as we work around the project and connect all those outer lines. After adding your crystals, I want you to come through the first round duo bead there, add 1 and 2 11-0 seed beads, grab a wire guard or wire guardian, soldered ring if you're not going to do that one. Come down through the other side of the wire guard or guardian, add 2 more seed beads, and then go to the other side of the round duo that your thread is currently coming out of and sew through there as well. And that adds just that wire guard right at the top of the pendant. Go back through one more time, going through the 2 11s, through the wire guard, down through the wire guard on the opposite side. Once you're down through the wire guard on the opposite side here, you are going to then go down through the 11-0 seed beads. Once again, through the round duo, because you always want to even it out and basically complete the rotation so that way it sits correctly at the top. And then from here, we're just going to get our thread back to the back of the design here, which is also very pretty. And we're simply going to tie off a knot on the back here. And then we're going to add some jump rings so we can add it to our cord necklace. Nice and simple. Going back through the back, I'm going to downgrade through the round duo, going from the outer hole to the inner hole. Go through the next round duo. And my needle wanted to go far, far away from there. I'm going to bring it back out, not having sewed through anything. I'm going to go towards the interior now. Switch from the top of the disc duo to the bottom or the interior of that GemDuo. Sew all the way over then until your thread ends meet and match. And this is why originally when we did this piece, I wasn't worrying too much about the knot in the back because you really don't see it. And I figured we were going to get our thread end to the back of it anyway. You can see I'm just skipping the 11s. I don't need to go through them. Again, it's at the back. You don't really see the thread. My needle's slightly bent, so it wants to go back. As I get to the point then where the thread ends match here, and they're coming out the same place, I'm just going to take my thread and needle and tie those 2 ends together. Take your thread burner or a thread zap or your lighter and burn your thread edges down. And that is it to finish this guy up. Again, for this one, I'm going to add in my jump ring so that way I can put it onto my cord. I'm going to grab my pliers, open it up, turning to the side, put it on and close it up, and then it's ready to wear. Thanks for joining me in creating this Polychrome pendant. It's really fun to see how fast you can make a bezel for an 18mm Rivoli. Remember, if you do make any modifications, make sure to post them in our Facebook group for beading and jewelry making. We love to have that outpouring from the community to help one another to design. As always, if you haven't yet, hit that little thumbs up and also make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel so you don't miss anything from us here at Potomac Beads. Happy beading, everyone, and stay tuned for more inspirational designs.